45 Americans were murdered on October 7. 45 Americans. Where is the outrage? This is a big terrorist attack on Americans as well, not just on Israel. And we gotta support these families. And I know, Representative Lawler, what you've done in that direction. We appreciate that, and it has to come to its final. I think there are multiple areas that Congress can help. Probably the most important is to support President Trump administration in their efforts to bring our loved ones back home.
So first of all, thank you very much. We have to work, all of us together, and to know that we have to change the strategy as well, and to give a legitimacy strategy. We beg you and stand here to tell you the victory of Israel is to bring the hostages back home. After we will eradicate Hamas, after we will make everything possible, you can dry them out. You cannot bring the humanitarian aid inside, and you can bring an short expiry, the humanitarian aid, to not make Hamas collect. You can stop the money going inside. You can do many things, but we will not be able to save their lives if we will not work fast and do it now. So we ask you, be with us. After that will be the steps for the future, for peace and for everything. Will be home. It will be much easier to eradicate.
I want to be able to try to rebuild a life after this held. And in the only way I can be able to do that is when all the hostages come home. So I didn't ask why I'm here, then they know. I don't want to bring my boyfriend in a bag. I want to be able to be kind of the promise that I did it to my friend that they went to return alive. Thank you.
Thank you, Alana. Moshe?
I believe President Trump wants to and capable of bringing lasting peace to the Middle East. He understands that the only path forward is the immediate release of all hostages. Every single time he has spoken about Israel, Gaza, or the Middle East, he has brought up the hostages first. He has taken personal responsibility for this issue. You can't imagine what it means to us. I will do anything to see my brother again. But I also know in my heart that any last peace in the Middle East begins with release of the hostages. Without them, the healing process that the regime so desperately needs cannot begin.
I've met you and talked with you.
What we ask the international community and the Arab countries is that they'll learn not just to say no to proposals, but to say what they can do. What is their proposal on the table? And I saw President Trump yesterday meeting the King of Jordan and emphasizing to him, you need to bring us a plan. If you don't, we're not coming on board to our plan. And it seems that he heard that message. I implore you to make sure we pressure international stakeholders. I felt that in the past, including the previous administration, those regimes were not held accountable and were not pushed to the corner in order to provide us victims of Hamas atrocities. And those are Israelis and Palestinians. Palestinians are also victims of Hamas, to give answers. Let's make sure that the hostages remain on top of mind and that we can see an end to this ongoing tragedy.
To know exactly how you feel, but thank you for helping to give us a glimpse.
And I know, for a fact that these past few weeks have been extremely excruciating as families are waiting to hear whether their loved ones are in fact coming back. And for us, of course, knowing that Omer will not come back. Not come back in the way that we were expecting him to come back and wanting him to come back. It's been devastating. But we continue what we're doing, because there's no way for the families to move forward before they're all back. And this is not just in speaking, it's true. lives are stuck. And the whole region is stuck, and the state of Israel and the people are bleeding and are hurting and cannot move on.
We have 25 hostages only from Kibbutz Nir Oz, including saying here that